Hello everyone, my name is TaxOwlbear and welcome back to the Lovecraftian video game retrospective, and welcome to the Necronomicon, Book of Dead Names. This game is another Necronomicon card game, and it's based on the first Necronomicon card game and basically improves the game in a lot of regards. You have a larger window, you can actually check out your cards better when they're on your hand, and while the general mechanics is the same, you have sanity and health, and have to deplete your opponent's health to win and not get your own health depleted in the meantime. It does improve the game in many regards and makes it a little bit more accessible because the interface is easier and also more interesting. For example, instead of just having your life, your sanity, the different elements and monsters, you now have two monster attack spots and defense spots. And defending with your monsters is actually a valid strategy. If you have one or two strong defense monsters, your opponent might actually end up not doing any damage at all. And if you have strong offense monsters, you might actually end up destroying your opponent only in a couple of rounds. The only downside here is that once more you can't really customize your decks. So if your opponent draws a couple of good cards at the start, or you do, then you might actually win the match quite easily without your opponent being able to do anything about it, even if your opponent is actually talented. If it's the AI, obviously, it will always act slightly random, but the AI's behavior is actually not too bad, but still it can be a little bit more random than it should be, and part of that is that you can't customize your deck. Then again, if you could, this game might actually become too easy because I'm not really sure whether the AI is suitable for handling a player that has a very focused strategy, let's say a focused strategy on only attack or only defense. So this game does have a couple of new features. For example, you can have a tome, or you can have a character and a place where you are, and those are pretty much permanent bonuses, and some of them have quite interesting effects. For example, there's one place that gives you plus two sanity per round, which basically enables you to play more risky cards that deplete your sanity more, and a couple of others are kind of double-edged swords. For example, there's one card that reduces your opponent's health on a roundly basis, but also reduces your own sanity, so you have to think careful about whether you really want to play that card or not. And there's also cards for destroying your opponent's character, tome or hideout cards. So yeah, if you want to play those, you might as well have a good chance at destroying your opponent's strategy, provided your opponent relies on those cards. So overall, this is definitely an improved version. If you want to play this Necronomicon or Lovecraft card game, play this version, not the first one. But again, I would like to see deck customization, I would like to see a multiplayer function, and I would like to see this as a full game, not just a browser game. And I think this would actually be a pretty decent game if this was a full game released for PC or Mac, if you want to play it on Mac, and not just a Flash game. So yeah, and that's pretty much all I have to say about this game. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Take care and goodbye.